So, Alan, you say there's a crisis in rhetoric. What does that mean?
Well, I mean two different things with it. So on the one hand, when you think of a crisis, you think of things going wrong, going really badly. So there is a question about, is the way people talk about, argue, make claims about politics going wrong in the era of post-truth, alternative facts, where political debate's very hostile. So there is on the one hand a question, well, is all that going terribly wrong? And we need to think about how we can argue and present our politics in ways that people might be able to understand and make a decision about agreeing with or disagreeing nicely. Another more neutral way of looking at it is that the way we've been doing political speech and argument for a long time, through television programmes and party political broadcasts, that's sort of giving way to a different culture of digital communication and new ways in which people want to hear politicians speak, not so formal and grand, a bit more informal. So maybe it's just a change. Either way, I think big things are afoot in the way that people present and argue and talk about their politics.
So why should young people make political speeches?
So, well, it's partly related to that, because even though things are changing a lot and new technologies are coming in and people can express their politics on YouTube or Facebook or in all kinds of different ways, actually it's still the case that one of the main ways people deal with political issues is to talk about them. They argue about them at home, in the pub, or more formally in councils or political meetings, all the way up to Parliament. People talk and argue about their politics. People got to know how to do that well, how to do that in a way that might be persuasive of other people, that they might join you on your side. It's not just about saying very excitedly what you believe in, it's trying to say it in a way that other people might come to agree with. Young people absolutely should have that voice. I think maybe some of the political class perhaps had advantages. They got taught how to do certain things, to speak at school and at university. I think everyone should have those chances to learn how to do that. But also I think it's important to hear young people's voice just generally. It's very clear that part of what shapes politics now is a division between old and young. And the one way to deal with that is for young people to be able to explain their politics in ways that people like me perhaps can understand and see what they're getting at and see how we can disagree, agree, take part, whatever it might be.
A lot of young people are disenfranchised and disillusioned with politics. Why do you think that is?
I think that's maybe a debatable point, isn't it? I mean, on the one hand, young people do vote in fewer numbers than older people, but that's sort of always been the case. People are moving around, doing a lot of different things, meeting a lot of people, not settled in the way that older people might be with them, thinking about what they want from the town they live, the country they live in, and so forth. But at the same time, I think the people, if we say young is under 30, there's a generation now that's had a very particular set of political and economic experiences, post-2008 crash, climate change and the way that issue's now become, I would like to say, undeniable. And that's given a lot of issues that generation is kind of particularly exercised by. So maybe there's some disaffection where people think, well, nothing's going to be done about these things, you know, we're getting the wrong end of everything, we're getting stuffed. Nothing can be done about it, but I also think there is a wave of sort of more intense politicisation coming in that generation, which is, you can see whether it's Greta Thunberg talking about the climate or people protesting different kinds of political issues, using social media to express all kinds of political, social, moral concerns. So there is a change there maybe coming.